I think what you said is so important and worth reiterating, is this idea that your personality in whatever type you get as a result of an assessment is not, it is not the limit of who you are. It
No.
maybe describes who you are today. It describes the way you're experiencing life. And the way that we phrase it in a couple different ways are that this report does not define you. It refines your understanding and then gives you a window into how to become a more perfect version of who you are.
Yeah.
Right. And I think your personal example of going through and saying, well, if I'm an ENFA, I need to work on being more reserved and thoughtful, and kind of the opposite end of each of those global factors. But it's not that you are now going to become an ISTZ. You are not going to try to become somebody you're not. You're going to be still the John Golden who has these preferences for one natural way,
Correct.
but it values these things. And I think it hit me a couple of years ago. I was teaching personality. We were talking about small steps, and I was in the middle of a kind of home renovation project, which you can understand, and had to essentially fire somebody working on my house, which as an SFZ, debatable whether I'm introvert or extrovert, was really hard for me to tell somebody that they're fired. Was going to be so hard for me. And all the NTs in the room got fired up because I was sharing the story, and they're like, give me your phone, I'm going to call him. And it's like, I would, in the moment I was like, okay, how do I be like that person who wants to just pick up the phone and tell them, like, oh, I need to be more like an NT. And I was like, no, I don't. Like, I'm never going to be that person who loves to, deliver the hard truth. So what is the Sarah version of having tough conversations, but in a way that is also compassionate and detailed and thoughtful? And so I think one thing, like the complexity of, like, you have your preferences, you are wired in certain ways that you've inherited, but you can grow to be kind of more well-rounded or more polished, but not change who you are. And I think that's really important, and something that we try to stress to our people.